Hey guys, this is Anme Palmatia. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. And guys, I'm bringing you the review of Boruto episode 16th, Crisis, the Threat of Falling. Now, I know a lot of you may think of this as nothing but just a filler episode, but to me personally, this was a pretty spectacular side character development episode since for once, since the beginning of the Boruto anime, they gave Boruto the least screen time and gave other side characters much more time for their personal character development. This episode really made me happy since this episode was a quite change of pace since we are having Boruto as the main lead and having the most screen time in all the previous episodes. But yeah, in this episode we see that Boruto has the least screen time of them all and Denki and Iwabe have the most screen time, and the character development that these two get, not in just terms of their abilities but in terms of bonding with each other as well, that was really well done in this episode. As well as the bit with Metal, that was absolutely splendid. The way Rock Lee comes in and all that shit, that was absolutely well done and was really like something that Rock Lee would do in the older days of Naruto, that he would help anybody and in achieving their goal and would help them train. That was a really good bit. And yeah, in the preview we saw that Denki was wearing those green tights. By the way, just as side note, those tights do have great breathability as well as they increase the mobility, and I know you won't believe me straight away, but those tights do increase your chances of success. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you buying them. This wasn't paid promotion. Now I know that was a cringy joke, but yeah, let's get on with the topic that I was talking about. Now, as I was saying, we saw in the preview that Denki was wearing those green tights, and personally I thought that now the role of giving the green tights would have shifted to Metal since Rock Lee was older now. But what do we get to see in this episode? The role of distributing those green tights is still with Rock Lee, and that guy is doing a fucking great job at it. Now for me personally, this episode wasn't as good, but it got 3-4 times better as soon as Rock Lee came in and motivated Denki about all the youth stuff. That really got me hype, since in the earlier days of Naruto it was the job of guy to do all that stuff, and seeing Rock Lee do all that shit, talking about youth and all that, it really made me hype, and I am really looking forward to Rock Lee appearing more in Boruto anime. That was a really good bit in this episode. Now one thing I quickly wanna point out is that in the previous arc I was 100% assured that Sumire wouldn't be coming back, since it would cause a bit of a plot hole, not that big of a plot hole but a small plot hole in the Boruto Naruto the movie, since in that movie Sumire, Iwabe and Denki all were nowhere to be seen. So yeah, I had thought that Sumire wouldn't be coming back for sure, but she came back. Now in this episode as well, I had thought that both Denki and Iwabe would fail and that would get them out of the main storyline, but that too didn't happen. So I am really thinking as to how the creators of the anime would fit all these extra characters that are shown in the Boruto anime into the movie arc of this anime, since both in the movie as well as in the manga they were nowhere to be seen, and it would be really tough to give them a spot in that movie, since that movie was already stoked with other characters fighting for the Chunin exam. And personally I think that it would have been better if they would have gotten rid of these extra characters, but yeah, I guess that they are doing a pretty good job at incorporating these extra characters into the story, as well as they are doing a pretty well job in their character development as well, as could be seen in this episode. Now as soon as Rock Lee came into the scene, I had a thought in the back of my mind that maybe, just maybe, we might get to see Rock Lee's wife, or should I say Metal's mom, since we have no clue till now as to who Metal's mom is, and a lot of people are speculating that it might be 10-10, but personally I don't think that it is 10-10, and I was really looking forward to it, that since we got to know Metal's dad is Rock Lee, we might as well get to know who his mom is. And personally I think that a lot of the fandom, and by a lot I mean a huge portion of the fandom, really wants to know who Metal's mom is, since when Boruto Naruto the movie came out, the mystery at that time was as to who Metal's dad is, and a lot of people were speculating at that time that it was Rock Lee, and now it turns out that it is Rock Lee. So yeah, and that bit of information was released quite some time ago, and since then people have been speculating as to who Metal's mom is, and that answer we haven't gotten yet, and I really hope we could get the answer to this question as soon as possible, since it would be Wait a second, I don't know why I wanna know it. It's just a huge curiosity of mine as to who Lee married. So I just wanna know that. There is no particular reason as to why I wanna know who Lee's wife is. It's just a curiosity of mine and a lot of the fandoms. So yeah, there's nothing more to discuss guys in this chapter. Now for me this episode was a solid 8 out of 10. So that's all for this one guys. If you like my review, make sure to leave a like, and if you want more such videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you'll be notified whenever I post a video related to Boruto. So yeah guys, that's all for this one. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.